people liked Harvey the best? 1, 2, 3. You're confused why?
I think they're both good, and I like both of them.
Oh, okay, so you're still thinking about it. Okay. So the people who had opinions and who liked Bright Beach Memoirs best, why? Why did you like it best? Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, I thought, well, with the Harvey thing, I really wasn't exactly understanding the joke of it. You said it was funny, except I could, but however, because in Brighton Beach Memoirs, I actually understand it and actually laughed a bit at the jokes that were written in there.
Right, in Bright Beach Memoirs, there's not much imagination there. It really does reflect how the author, Neil Simon, grew up. It's just sort of dialogue that he remembers from childhood. Whereas with Harvey, the joke is, of course, Harvey thinks there's a rabbit there. Elmwood thinks there's a rabbit, a huge rabbit, right, named Harvey. But he's not there, right? And so sort of the joke is on him, right? And it takes imagination. You have to imagine there's supposed to be a rabbit there, and there's not. So, go ahead.
Are they both fiction or?
Sure. All plays are fiction, right? Because the author called it fiction. Just like all novels are fiction, all short stories are fiction, right? Because the author says so. So we have to accept what the author calls it. But you could say one is based a lot more on the imagination than the other, right? So Harvey is based a lot more on imagination. Bright Beach Memoirs are based on Neil Simon's memoirs, but he calls it a play, so we have to say that it's fiction. You know?
Does everyone know what's a memoir?
Is it like a written thing, like a diary or something?
Right, it's
or
a
like
written
journal?
memory, a memory of your own past, right? So memoir, memory, very similar root words there. It's like a little autobiography. It's like a little sketch of your own life a little bit. And you can build that into a play a little bit. Good. But you saw, and you can see, obviously, there's some obvious similarities, you know, with how they're structured, and yet differences as well. You'll have differences and similarities, and then, of course, you have the analysis of which one you thought was better, right? And, for example, the Brighton Beach Memoirs, if you want to do this, I think it's very appropriate for any child's age. There's a film of this play. An actual big Hollywood film that was made of this play. It's very good film. He also wrote Radio Days, another film. It's about the same time period in his youth, another play that's also now filmed. So he has a lot of great films that you can see that would be very interesting maybe for you to visualize it. So anyway, go ahead.
Do you think these plays would be on Netflix?
Would be what? Oh, yeah, definitely. I know Brighton Beach Memoirs would definitely be. Harvey, I think, would be too, somewhere, because Harvey is being produced on Broadway right now. It's a Broadway play as we speak. So I think there's probably a movie of it somewhere too. So, yeah, Netflix, Blockbuster, which is still online without the stores. What's that? It still exists without stores. Also, your public libraries have free videos you can rent anytime you want. And it depends on your county, but most counties, your library card for one town works for all the libraries in the county. You know, so wherever the movie is, you can go get it, or have an order for it, and you can do that. So anyway, why don't we move on to